Welcome back to McGregor, Iowa. We are mowing grass. We're gonna actually go and get started setting up to pick up or to turn the grass into hay and to pick up the bales. So we're gonna hop out here while this job keeps running because we need the little tractor, because that one handles the tedder just fine without a problem. So we're gonna hop in this, we're gonna unhook the trailer, and we're gonna go down this way, and we're gonna pick up the tedder. But once we pick up the tedder, we also have to start prepping to do bales. So that's gonna be interesting, because I want to do a follow on the tedder. Well, maybe I don't want to. That would be, I think this is significantly narrower than the baler, which is an issue. So we'll have to figure that out as well. So let's go ahead and fold this down. And we're going to get this prepped to go. Alright, so we're going to switch on the display. We're going to set up a temporary course on that field. We still have field 46 to go to, so it's going to take us some time. So that is ready. We're also going to be using this to do our baling, and I would love to use our tool to make life so much easier. Wonder if I can do this. Yep. Alright. So this is going to allow us to rake in an awful lot of hay at once and save some time. But this is not going to be able to go until the windrower is mostly done, but we can get some prep work ready here to get things ready to go when it's time. So we're cutting grass pretty good. So last time we were looking at a bale wrapper. We were looking at the Kuhn because it's the only one that'll do square bales or round bales. Unfortunately, well, I guess the Anderson would as well. So we could look at that. It is cheaper, which isn't bad. Let's see what our foil color. We could change the color of the wrapping. What's in here that we can do? Pretty much the same thing. This is kind of a nice looking unit to work with. But the Anderson being cheaper isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'm not 100% certain how this works, so I'm thinking we're gonna go the Kuhn because this looks like it pivots out, so it'll pick up the bale from the side. Foil, what color would we like to do? We can do green. Did not raise the cost any. We can go in here and change that to that and say that that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and buy that. All right. So the question becomes, can we haul out with a pickup? I am not thinking so. So that's going to sit down at the shop until we're ready for it, but that's fine. Where are we at? We're mowing pretty good. Nice. We're probably going to have to get rid of the auger wagon and find something a little smaller. This is just too darn big for our equipment. It's a bit of a problem. So it's looking like we got a lot of grass here, which is fantastic. Should get plenty of hay. If we look at our production system, how are we doing for grass? We're pretty low. We're pretty low on silage. So that raises the question, do we move our forage mixer over now and plan to switch to bales sooner? I think we may do that. We're getting close to finishing the mowing of this field. I've already kicked off the tedder. So we're creating the hay, which is perfect. And we will need to get some more silage going soon. And I want to do the bales. I think that's the way to go. Maybe a little less cost involved by not having to run the silage fermenting silo, which would be kind of nice. But we have a little bit of silage still to go through there, so we aren't going to get rid of it. We tried moving the forage master, but it did not work properly, so we had to move it back. Thought we had it figured out, thought I could output it, but it doesn't seem to be that case. So we're going to take this over to field 46 momentarily here. Let's go ahead and fold the wing. We're going to go over and get that field started over there to get that mowed. And then we'll be able to send this to go pick up the wrapper. Momentarily, we will also get the baler going on this field and see how many bales we get. Could be good. See how good our output is if we only do it a couple of times a year. And then eventually we're going to... Whoops. Eventually we're going to have to work this field to get it ready for the next planting. It's nice to get that done, but we do need to see if we can find some straw that needs to be harvested. Because I think that would help us a great deal as well. So let's get this going over here, and then we should be able to get the baler up and running. And by the time this is done mowing over here, the tedder should be ready to come over here. Not that we necessarily need to ted this if we're going to make this into grass bales. So that could be good as well. That would save a little time and wear and tear on the machines. All we would then need is the baler and the wrapper. Kind of curious to see how that's going to work out. Could be fun. And this is a longer drive than I thought in this thing. So it is filthy. It gets extremely dirty when you cut grass for some reason. All right, let's go see. Is this field? Yeah, this field looks good too. We treated this almost the same as we did the other field, the home field. But the church field is looking good. So let's go ahead and unfold this. And we're going to set up course play again. Let's go ahead. Oops, wrong button. Again. And generate the field. Okay. Let's move up a little bit here. And turn on this. Make sure that it stays on the outside edge. Yep. Look at all of this lovely grass. It's gonna need liming again, but it looks like it's good for... won't be need to be fertilized for a little bit. Alright, this is going well. So we should be able to get out when we get around close to the baler and be able to get that moving along. Making progress. Probably won't start the baler just yet. Might be a little too soon. We can go ahead and turn all this noise off. So I don't know that I'd get rid of this tractor. It's good for this job and a couple other little things around the farm, but I don't know. If we don't really have a need for it, if we get a bigger tractor. then there's no point in keeping it. It's just an extra expense if we don't use it frequently. And if we're only using it for this, it's only 2, maybe 3 times a year. So, yeah, I'm not sure it would be worth it. Whereas the other tractors, we use them a lot. And if they do the same job, I mean, at that point, what's the point of keeping it this if we don't need it? So, but we're making some progress. So, we will come back in just a few minutes when this is a little bit more done, and we'll get started on the baling. See you in a minute. Hello, and we are back for a bit. We're just finishing up working the tedder here, and we're gonna head over. I think we're gonna just go ahead and ted the other field, and we'll just make hay for everything. And we'll wrap part of the bales to make silage. That should cover us pretty well. We're getting pretty good rate of bales. As you can see, we've got quite a few, and we are in the way. Let's get out of here. But by rowing the other field, we don't have to worry so much about running out of hay over here for a last bale and leaving some in the field. We could always... yeah, we can do it that way. It won't hurt anything. But we have a little cleanup on this field that we're going to have to do in the corners, but that's okay. Get as many bales of hay as we can out of there. We still need to pick up the new wrapper down at the shop. But we're getting out there. The mowing takes time. And I don't know that I'll show it every single time that we do it. But I think the new wrapper is probably something we want to see. So hopefully we can get that going here shortly. So still undecided what I want to plant in that field next. We are going to have to see if we can't maybe get a job to harvest that field. If we can get the straw, that would be fantastic, because we're a little short on that for making TMR. I don't want to run out and have to buy. So, coming up on the church field. The medium deer is still cutting grass. Getting pretty good rate of return on this one too. Spent a little bit more time on them. I mean, it's more lime and slurry. The slurry we get for free, so more fertilizer. It seems to help higher nitrogen rate. All right. Let's set up horseplay on this field quick and get that taken care of. That's fine. 4 headlands is fine. Let's get past this and let's kick it into gear. Awesome. So we now have this field being converted to hay. I'm probably going to do a pass around the outside of the field with the baler because some of the hay is ending up outside of the field, so it tends to get missed. It's really not obvious unless there's a road right there, which I noticed back on the farm, but you can kind of see it happening there. So get every last bit of it we can. Not that it's absolutely critical, but all right, let's go and check on our let's move this bale and drag it out of the way for now. Probably should check and see if we're gonna have to do that elsewhere too. Hello, and we are back for a bit. We're just finishing up working the tedder here, and we're going to head over. I think we're going to just go ahead and ted the other field, and we'll just make hay for everything. And we'll wrap part of the bales to make silage. That should cover us pretty well. We're getting pretty good rate of bales. As you can see, we've got quite a few, and we are in the way. Let's get out of here. But by rowing the other field, we don't have to worry so much about running out of hay over here for our last bale and leaving some in the field. We could always... Yeah, we can do it that way. It won't hurt anything. But we have a little cleanup on this field that we're going to have to do in the corners, but that's okay. Get as many bales of hay as we can out of there. We still need to pick up the new wrapper down at the shop. But we're getting out there. The mowing takes time. And I don't know that I'll show it every single time that we do it. But I think the new wrapper is probably something we want to see. So hopefully we can get that going here shortly. So still undecided what I want to plant in that field next. We are going to have to see if we can't maybe get a job to harvest that field. If we can get the straw, that would be fantastic, because we're a little short on that for making TMR. I don't want to run out and have to buy. So, coming up on the church field. The medium deer is still cutting grass. Getting pretty good rate of return on this one too. Spent a little bit more time on them. I mean, it's more lime and slurry. The slurry we get for free, so more fertilizer. It seems to help. Higher nitrogen rate. Alright. Let's set up course play on this field quick and get that taken care of. That's fine. I don't care. 4 headlands is fine. Let's get past this and let's kick it into gear. Awesome. So we now have this field being converted to hay. I'm probably going to do a pass around the outside of the field with the baler, because some of the hay is ending up outside of the field, so it tends to get missed. It's really not obvious unless there's a road right there, which I noticed back on the farm, but you can kind of see it happening there. So get every last bit of it we can. Not that it's absolutely critical, but alright, let's go and check on our... Uh-oh. Let's move this bale and drag it out of the way for now. Probably should check and see if we're going to have to do that elsewhere too. Let's drag this one just a little bit this way. Looks like we're going to have one here that's going to be a problem, so we'll drag it up and out of the way as well. I think we should go check the other end of the field. We could drag him over to the storage, but that's a little bit more weight than I want to do right now. Alright, so we do have some here. That one should be fine. This one's going to be a problem. Just drag it. Kind of get them out of the way for the most part. Let's get this. Drop it there for now. Alright. Now we could jump in here and see what we're doing bale-wise so far. Turn this on. We've got 10 bales already made. And the field isn't even half done yet. Would be nice to get 20 bales out of here and about that out of the other field. Would be fantastic. So speaking of the other field, the mowing is just about done, which means we can haul the batwing back and head down and pick up the wrapper. So, lots of things to do, and our tedder is going just fine. So we'll be back in a moment when this field is finished. Okay. We are just wrapping up the mowing of this field 46 over by the church. And we will be going down to get our new wrapper after we drop off the batwing back at the house. And I'd love if we could set up, we should probably try and set up storage system right away too for the silage bales, if that'll even work. Because it'd be nice if this functions and we can actually do what I want to do. We could probably sell the fermenting silo. Just turn it off and leave it there. We could use it as a backup if we want to. It does look good there now. It's kind of expected when I come around the corner. I anticipate seeing it there. So, I don't know. There's lots to do, lots going on. The farm's got to keep changing and growing. We are getting to the point where I'm tempted to sell all the cows and buy 125 new cows. And then just start that, because that'll fill out at 250 when they grow up. We can just start rotating through the cows on a regular basis. So when the first batch has had the first round of calves, and the calves are just about to reach, well, when this, if we're full and we're getting close to, yeah, it'll be interesting to try to figure that out. We don't have space, so we'll figure it out. But need to come up with a rotation plan so that we're having cows go through regularly, so that we're selling them and making some money on them. Initially, we'll probably lose money, but getting that rotation set up would be great and definitely help a lot. All right, we're going to just park this here for right now. And we're going to set this up, and we're going to use auto drive to run that down to the dealer spawn area. And while it's doing that, look at all of these bales. This is nice. Uh-oh. Are we stuck over here? I'm not sure why we're stuck there, but we'll go ahead and turn it around and set it off again. Actually, if I can get out of the tree. Alright, let's put down... What's going on here? Put down that. And that. Alright. So let's drive and finish this field off. Shouldn't take us long at all. So while that other one's going on there, we'll harvest this, or pick up this hay. It's looking good. The field will probably need some prep work done. We'll do that between episodes and keep things moving along there, get the grass growing really good again, and see how it does. I mean, this is definitely a productive field, and I'm not going to complain about that. The problem is I got to turn here, or we're going to go over a lip, so I got to clean up the edges anyway. All right. So I saw we had 17 bales. Looks like we're already at 19, so we're definitely going to exceed the 20 bales for this field, which is great. Glad to see that. So one thing I've been toying with getting into is honey. And I'm thinking of setting up honey shacks on the far side there in the other field that we're no longer mowing because it's just such a strange shape. It makes it very difficult to do things. So we'll have to see about getting into that. That's not going to be cheap, but you know, any source of income is good. Whoops. That was a little rough. I shouldn't have done that. And off we go on this. So it looks like a couple more passes, some cleanup around the edges, and the curvy bits, and we should be good to move to the church. Actually, let's just go straight up this and pick up as much as we can. It makes cleanup a little easier in the end. Not that it really matters, other than the part to the left there, because we're gonna have to clean up around the edge. As you see, there's plenty of hay there. Yep, right there. It's good proof that I've got that cleanup to do. It's probably not a ton, but if we can even get another quarter bale out of that, that's fantastic. Okay. Do. I'm liking this baler better than the other one we had. I don't have to stop every time it's going to unload. It just keeps going, which is significantly better than what we had been doing. Yep. Alright, so this is the last pass on the main field. And then we got to go around the edges and clean that up, which will not take long. Just little bits here and there. We might as well get it cleaned up. So you can see where the grass is at the edge, or the hay is at the edge there. So let's come around and try and get this straightened out somewhat so that we can pick up the hay. Go like this. We'll go a little further so that we can kind of avoid those bales. Try not to make big sweeping turns. I think we're going to have to move that bale. Which is unfortunate, because then we got to turn everything back on. Alright. Let's drag that up here. Not put it right in the middle of where we're going to be working, or picking up more. Okay. Alright. Alright, everything's turned on again. Oops. Let's not turn quite so much. Alright. So that, I did the first edge here, so we just have the top of the field to do yet. But let's pick up this stuff as well. Autosave is about to ruin my day again. All right. We're probably not going to get every last little bit, but that's not the end of the world either. We have a mod installed that allows for, if you leave a straw path behind, or for example, it acts as a fertilizer. I wonder if that works with grass too. But grass and hay never seem to break down, which makes it difficult then to do that. Okay. Alright. Our other tractor is at the shop. We'll have to jump there in a moment. Alright. Let's hit this top end of the field. Get as much of that hay as we can. And again, we're turning too sharp, so we'll have to come back anyway. That's fine. And we have a couple more bales on the way here. Excuse me. Drag these. These are heavy. Oof. Go up here and grab this one and drag that out of the way. Alright. Let's hop in this. Start everything up again. That didn't actually do what I expected. There we go. Should look at the indicators. Alright. So that cleared up that. Let's loop around and hit up this. We can go over here and catch this, and we should be able to pack up and head to the other field. I mean, there's little bits here and there, but I'm not going to worry about them all. Just want to get the majority sections of it. All right. So now we have to drive down to the other field. Easy enough. We'll do that, and we'll get this started on baling down there. All right. There we go. Let's jump into... It's really hard to see through the rower. But that thing is fantastic. It means we don't have to run multiple passes over a field to get this job done. And considering how heavily dependent on grass and hay we are, this is useful. So what did we end up with bale count wise? We ended up with 23 plus the one that because I forgot to reset the bale counter. So we ended up with 24 bales off that field. That's not bad. It's a small field. It's definitely not enough to last us a year, but we have a lot of TMR for the cows. We don't have a super quantity of cows yet, so I am tempted to sell the cows we have and start fresh. That will impact some of our income for a period of time, but it will give us, I think, the best chance. We can have 250 if we get 125 cows. We raise those. They have babies. We then raise those babies until they're just about to birth cows, and we can go ahead and sell the original 125 for a significant amount of money, I think, and we can then raise them and do the same thing. So every couple of years, essentially, we're changing out the cows, which isn't the worst thing in the world. So we are going to drop a bale there accidentally. We're going to clean up the outside edge quick, so let's go ahead and turn that on and lower it. Jump back here, turn that on. Actually, we turned it on there. Let's see if we are cleaning it up. All right. So we're going to get this outside edge trim issue done with to begin with, and then we can easily set up Courseplay to do the rest of it. We'll switch over to get the wrapper hooked up and brought home. Just slow and gentle on those corners. Try to get as much as we can. I'm not worried about doing a straight line there on the field itself. I just want to get all of the hay that's outside of the field. So we'll have to figure out, we'll probably want to do 2/3 wrapped to get the silage started. We may end up having to, there's a couple of fields ready that'll produce some nice straw. That one would be nice. That would be a lot of straw for us to collect. So, yeah, we'll just do this. Oops, where are you going? I didn't, some days. All right. We have to hop out and move that bale because it is currently in our way. Let's turn everything back on. Oops. Let's go ahead and back up. All right. Now we should be able to catch this stuff easy peasy. Let's go. And we'll be able to send the little tractor back to the hay storage because it should be done with this field shortly. And I like the fact that we're able to pick up the grass as hay in this with this baler, because it's realistically what would happen is if some of it wasn't completely dried as hay, it would be dried over time. It would definitely raise the temperature of the bales because it would be drying and potentially decomposing within a tightly packed space, which would make it very, very warm. So we are going to have to walk around the field and move things, I have a feeling. But we're getting this cleaned up nice and thoroughly. Let's see. Oop. All right, let's do this. And a lot of this will get... Anything I'm missing is going to probably get picked up as it goes around the normal path. And a bale, the first bale we dropped here. Drop it over here. All right. Let's finish up this edge clean. And now we can set up a course and let auto drive go. Just going to do one. Generate the course. Jump out. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and let it go. There we go. We're going to have a little cleanup on this field at the end too, but that's okay. How is... Oops. I hate that. How is our little tractor doing? Trees. They're everywhere. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to jump to this tractor. We're going to go pick up the baling, or wrapper. And we're going to send this up to field 46. Oops, I did not get that lined up quite right. All right. So this time it's going to field 46. There we go. And we're going to jump to... This is finished up. So we're going to head this back to the hay shed. Well, let's get off the field first. And we are definitely going to have to move bales. I forgot to go do that. Make sure that we're not going to have that problem anywhere else. We'll have it here. Let's run down here. Oops. I don't want to go that far. Because if I go that far, I'm not going to see it. Jeez. That should make sure that that's not a problem going forward. Let's go hop in this tractor and finish up what we started there. That's not the right way to go, but okay. I guess that works. Alright, so let's go hop in this until our other tractor gets back. Looks like it's slowly trying to turn. Yeah, that's not good for the baler, is it? Alright. Seems to be moving again. Alright, we are coming up on the field with our new bale wrapper. So let's go ahead and start getting prepped on how this, and see how this works, hey? Alright, so it does that, which is exactly what I expected it to do. So let's go ahead and start wrapping these, because I'm assuming this whole field has to be... This bale is not supported. How is the bale not supported? Automatic drop, which would be good, but we cannot wrap these. So we do not have grass. So we will have to see if we can find a solution for that. Huh? So let's go back and pick up our bale trailer. Oops. A little bit of a sharp turn. Oh dear. I could have swore it said that it would in the description, but that's okay. So we'll be back in a minute with the trailer. Okay, folks, I guess at this point, since we're not going to be able to wrap the bales, these are just going into storage as hay. So we're going to... we're going to not probably make you sit through all of the bale collecting and hauling and putting in storage and stuff. Episode's a little long already. Looks like we're having problems with the baling again. We might have to do this all manually, which is fine. But we're going to collect all of the bales. We're going to get everything put away, and I will treat the fields. I will also be looking for a field to harvest so that we can make a little money, as well as pick up some straw to bale, because we're gonna need that too. We're gonna just drive around here picking up the bales until we get over there. So makes sense. So For now, I'm Elric. Used to go by Lord Elric. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button. If I have earned your subscription, please feel free to do so. If you want to be notified about this and other videos that I release over time, hit that bell. And until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.